And the cards even list all the units, equipment, abilities, and activation costs. This is an officer, you can note by the chevrons. The armored fighting vehicles, which are the only things in this game that have damage points. You've got places here you could either put these in protective sleeves and use dry erase, or you can do what I do when I have a bag of beads of different colors in a box. You know, I got them from a bag originally, I just divided them all up. Okay, torso is this color, points, got weapons are this, and so on. And you just take it out, mark it. Back, generic flat back on everything. Cards, pretty nice looking. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 cards. All 7 types of miniatures in this game. And you also have a handy universal resolution table. In AT-43, everything is pretty much solved on this little chart. With the smiley face being, don't even bother rolling, you automatically succeed. And the sad face being, you failed, don't even bother. Pretty much you take your value versus the target's value, and you subtract. If it's -1, 0, or +1, it's a 4-up. And it goes each way depending on if you're doing something better or worse. Handy. You need these. Like I said, for activation, you'd put your units together in order. Grab a couple to show. Set them up so the player doesn't, on the other side, doesn't see it unless he has an ability that lets you. And you alternate each turn, like this turn. Okay, I'm activating my warmongers for this segment. Other guy goes, then you do your next one, and so on. Alright, well, instead of the excitement of watching me take all these pieces and assemble them, I'm going to pause, and next time in this section of video, we're going to see it all together. And hopefully I can add out some of my flubbing here. Okay, we are back. After less than 5 minutes, all the pieces out and ready to be battled with. We have 2 infantry squads and 2 striders, or armored fighting vehicles. In this game's case, in this faction being the Cogs, their officers, they can have multiple officers taking command of a unit, or even better for the Cogs, you can have multiples of the same officer. So if I had multiples of this figure, I could have multiples commanding different squads, because the Cogs are all clones. So let's take a look at each individual. We have the 2 officers for the first unit. One has a nice missile rack on his back. The other, effectively a shotgun and a what they call a quantum blade. And I gotta admit, they look really nice. Lots of paint wash and detail on them. In some cases, you can even see like weapon scarring, muzzle flash, little carbon scoring maybe. Even the bases are done. They got a nice little light wash over the sculpted detail. Makes them look really nice. I can't say these Cogs are the reason I want this game or bought this faction, but they look pretty good. And the unit they're on command of, the Warmongers, also armed with the Quantum Blade and the Quantum Pistol. Again, nice detail, nice paint apps. They look really good. Officer in command of the other squad. Now he looks badass. Even got paint chipping on him. They did a really fantastic job with these. He's armed with 2 guns and the missile rack. This dude looks awesome. Guys in this type of armor in the Cog faction is why I bought into these guys. Just for these dudes. and the guys from that he's commanding, the Warmongers. Also, pretty nice. Again, I think they look a little weird, but they're still pretty cool. And they're enormously big. We'll show you how big they are in a minute. We also have the AFVs. This is the small one. The 1-star one called the Prowler. His arms move a little bit. I wouldn't go crazy with it. Torso twists. Again, they aren't ball joints. They're just standard friction joints that plug in. I wouldn't play with it too much. And then the big Mamma Jamma, the 3-star. This badass is called the Vandal. He's armed with 2 big guns up top, mounting on his shoulders. That rotate, and again, they can turn, but again, you don't really want to play with it too much. His torso twists a little bit. You can rock back and forth on the legs. And the elbows twist. This thing just looks great. You really can't go wrong with something like this. Normally, this alone would retail for $60. Every single one of these starter army boxes comes with a $60 walker inside. I mean, it's almost worth buying it just for this. Even if you don't play the game, just for this. Pre-painted, ready to go. The plastic really isn't toy. You won't be able to like throw it around, but it's better than model kit quality plastic. Maybe a little lighter in quality than the Games Workshop plastic, but still pretty good. Now let's compare these to a few non-AT-43 minis, just to give you an idea of the scale, because these dudes are supposed to be almost 9 feet tall, or 3 meters. Okay, and we're going to finish this out with some size comparison. We have, going in size, this is a D&D Warforged miniature from their plastic collectible line that's canceled. A Lego minifigure, in this case Catwoman. The Space Hulk Terminators from the new Space Hulk game. And to give you an idea for size comparison, this is a human in an AT-43 heavy suit. So you can see the Cogs. These dudes are supposed to be enormous. They're pretty much vat-grown clones that like half their body has been replaced with electronics and weaponry, if not more. So overall, what do I think about this set? Is it worth $70? God, yes. Is it worth $38, which is what I paid? It's worth buying 3 or 4 of them. I mean, this set just gives you everything. You know, you can buy this, and within 20 minutes, like I said, you're playing. That's my first review, and I gotta say, even though AT-43's been canceled, if you can get a hold of any one of these starter boxes, buy them. Buy a couple of them. They're worth little playable factions and armies just right there. Signing out, and hopefully I'll do more of these, and I'll get better at them. Bye.